Hi, this is Keith Pabian from Pabian Law, and today we're going to talk about the randomized H-2B visa lottery. The H-2B visa lottery is held twice a year, once in January and once in July, and it corresponds to start dates. So the way that it works, and this is really important to know right off the bat, the H-2B visa lottery only applies to April 1st and October 1st start dates. So if your application falls on any of the other 363 days of the year that are not April 1st or October 1st, your application will never go through the lottery and never get a lottery assignment. Similarly, if you have some applications that are April 1st start dates and some that are May 1st start dates, as an example, only the April 1st start dates will get lottery assignments. All right, so let's go through the next few things. The way the lottery works, the way that you get your applications into the lottery, is that we have to file on the 90th, 89th, or 88th day before your start date. And if you don't file in one of those 3 days, your application doesn't make the lottery, even if you have an April 1st or October 1st start date. The way that works in practice is that we have to file on January 1st, 2nd, or 3rd for the April 1st start dates, and on July 3rd, 4th, or 5th for the October 1st start dates. Once the lottery happens, the applications are put, or the positions are put into randomized group letters. So there's group A, B, C, D, and it keeps going until they run out. Group A is comprised of 33,000 applications, and then the other groups are 20,000 each until they run out of visas. Until they run out of applications. When you get the lottery results, what it means for you is two things. First of all, it impacts whether or not you can get out-of-country workers, and it also impacts how long it's going to take for the U.S. Department of Labor to review your applications. So they kind of go hand in hand, so I'm going to talk about both together. The lottery and the filings are done with the U.S. Department of Labor, not with the Immigration Service that's called U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS for short. The cap, though, the out-of-country cap, that happens at the USCIS stage. So what happens is, as the U.S. Department of Labor reviews all of the applications and they finalize them, we then move on to the last stage with USCIS, and when USCIS receives 33,000 out-of-country worker applications, which represents the out-of-country cap, which we've talked about in another Pabian Law video, at that point, the cap is hit. So when you're going through the U.S. Department of Labor stage, what's important is if you get a really good lottery assignment, you might be able to get out-of-country workers. The other thing is the U.S. Department of Labor goes in group order. So they finish all the group A's, then they move on to group B's, then all the group B's, and move on to group C's. And so again, if you end up with a poor lottery assignment, it's going to take a while for the U.S. Department of Labor to get to your applications. When you're going through this, or when we're going through this with clients, the biggest question that we get is this thing truly random? And the answer is yes. The lottery is computerized. It is totally random. When we see the amount of filings at our office, we can see the randomization of it. We can actually see that it tracks based on how many applications the government received nationally and the different group assignments. But it might not feel random for you because your sample size might be a lot smaller. But trust me when I say the thing is random and there's nothing that we can do to influence the lottery results. That being said, what we always tell our clients is there are some things that we can control. One is on the front end of the lottery, making sure that we meet all the deadlines and we're able to file in that 3-day window in which we have to file to get our clients into the lottery. The second thing is that when we file, we need to file really strong applications because you can actually get a great lottery assignment and still miss the lottery, still miss the out-of-country cap because the government could ask for more information and evidence and then either deny you or delay your application enough that the cap gets hit. So in short, this thing is random. There's nothing that we can do to change that, but there's a lot that we can do to make sure that we position our clients in the right way to get you what you need and put you in a great position for success overall. Don't lose sight of in-country filings, right? Those don't count against the cap. And in next week's video, I'm going to talk more about what the lottery groupings mean for you and how to move forward once you get your lottery results. The lottery usually happens right around January 6th or 8th, so for the summer season organizations, and right around July 8th or so for the winter season organizations. And as always, we will send a ton of information out when the lottery happens and we have more news on this. For now, I'm going to stop there, and I thank you all so much. And as always, if you have any questions, don't feel free to reach out. Our contact information is right on our website at pabianlaw.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and take care.